sometimes I'm like, surely I've got to like dick a little bit. No, not even a little bit. I like mine. Psh, this guy fucks. I get women. So, so
Just the one.
Just the one,
Just
of course.
the one.
Just my girlfriend. She's great. On a tampon and like in your arsehole. I heard that's pretty good.
Oh. I love how we both don't want to do this.
No.
Well, to the first episode.
To the first episode. Fuck.
Hello, and welcome to Thirsty Thursdays. I'm Ryan McCabe, and today I'm joined, very gracious of you,
I'm Liam Jones.
by Liam Jones, yeah. How are you?
Yeah, good man. Oh, that burns.
Yeah, feels good on the chest.
That puts hairs on your chest. Not that you need it. But
yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Very hairy boy.
Yeah, I'm good. Ryan. Thank you for asking. Busy day so far.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to be here. Happy to be first episode. I've been doing a lot of first episodes for people recently. I'm starting to think I'm a pretty good guest.
Yeah. I mean, it's the debut episode. We're kicking it off, hopefully strong. Got to set the bar nice and high.
No pressure. Let's get
no pressure
hammered.
at all. I mean, we've just came off the back of your podcast.
Yeah, Bays.
Little promo in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm expecting the same next week.
Plug. Yeah, we did my podcast with our manager actually, which was interesting. It was good. I thought. I think it will be our debut episode as well. But yeah, no, it was definitely interesting. So let's see how much we have to talk about after an hour of conversation.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hopefully quite a lot. Anyway, I was going to do the drink that you chose, but we unfortunately consumed those in the last podcast.
kind of drunk those.
So instead, I brought one for both of us to maybe share.
What have you got for us, Cade?
A drink that we both bonded over.
Definitely.
A lovely little Guinness. So this drink, I feel like it's very integral to our relationship.
I mean, we were friends before we liked Guinness.
Of course. But after, because we both work at Pop World.
Yeah.
We're both bartenders. We do a good job, I like to think.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good at our job.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so after shift, we go to a bar around the corner that opens till, was it like 5 o'clock?
It's like 6 a.m, yeah.
Yep, and we get a nice pint of Guinness after the shift.
Yeah, and just unwind. So yeah, actually this is very, what's the word? Symbolic almost.
It is. I mean, I've got a lot of good memories in Scholar. Just tired with you, just unwinding.
That's the
from a
thing,
busy shift.
we are battered and so ready for bed, but we could just taste that Guinness.
It's just a nice way to like unwind because we've had music constantly in our ears for the past 6 hours.
The adrenaline of work, and then for it to all stop, and then just walk home and sleep. I can't do it
with a nice pint of Guinea.
I've still got C'est La Vie by Bewitched in my ears when I go home. So having that Guinness really gets it out.
It really does.
Oh, is your podcast just drinking ASMR?
Yeah, it should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
So passing the can over.
Don't mind if I do. It does say chill, open, pour, enjoy. But
yeah, I mean,
straight out the can.
It's the best way to do it, really. And we have no glasses. It's not the best way to do it, but we make do.
It's definitely not. But
lovely. I mean, we'll probably tuck into more of that. Just give me a shout if you want any more.
How many more shots are we going to do out of interest?
I think that was it. I think I was just going to do the one.
But we could do more. You know, just periodically.
Maybe.
We could do like a little jingle. Shot time.
We'll see how it goes. Like a shot alarm. Like,
yeah.
It's time to do a shot.
Big red buzzer. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
So going on from drinking and shotting and working at Pop World, can you describe to me your perfect night out? It doesn't have to be clubbing. It could be drinking at yours, drinking at a pub. Just your perfect night out. And I want the people as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like past, like Dead or Alive?
Yeah, sure.
I want Hitler, Maggie Thatcher, Donald Trump, like just big, controversial political figures.
Nightmare blunt rotation.
Yeah.
Great.
No, controversially, I would not want my girlfriend there.
Ooh. She isn't going to be happy listening to this.
She's not, but fuck her. I'm just kidding. Obviously. But I think when guys go out with their girlfriends, they're too focused on them, where I always like to just go out and just... I'm not very laddie, but when I go out, I want to be with the boys and like I want to just be able to relax, not be like, oh, I've got to dance with my girlfriend and make sure that she's okay. And I'd just rather not. I'd rather just try and have a good time. So I would go. I'd pick 3, so I'd go with you.
Oh.
You've got to be there. I mean, if I'd have to, I still have to look after you sometimes.
Yeah,
So
on occasion, bro.
I'd need you to be on your best behaviour.
I would.
But you on your best is definitely worth taking.
Yeah, it's me in my prime.
Who else do I go out with? No one really. Do you know what? Rogue shout. I would take my stepmom.
That is a rogue shout.
It is. I've been out with her. She is a weapon and she buys everything. So
yeah,
I'm a broke student. So I'm bringing the bank with my stepmom. You know, she's buying shots all night. You know, she's there at last orders buying 20 Jaeger bombs. She's doing it. And finally, yeah, I'd probably take Luke, our manager. Who we just,
it is a good shout.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Again, he gets his wallet out, which I appreciate. I also get my wallet out, you know. Now I've got some money behind me. But yeah, he's just a good lad. He's a good laugh. Nothing is ever taken too far. It's just, and that's my issue. People that like have 2 beers and they start taking it too far and they want to do stupid shit all the time. No, I just want to have a drink and have a dance and have a good time, not cause any trouble. Like, I understand sometimes trouble finds you.
Yeah, of course.
You know, you're around drunk people, it's going to. But yeah, he's just a good time and really good to have a drink with. So yeah, that would be my 3, and it would be drinks at a house, maybe a couple of drinking games, bit of Ring of Fire.
Is that to kick everything off?
Yeah, get it going, get into the swing of things, and then once everyone gets a bit too chatty, that's when we'll leave, because I hate that, when people get too chatty.
Not a fan of huge chat?
No, a bit, like, obviously, I don't want to drink in silence, I can do that by myself, that's depressing. But, like, I don't know, I feel like I've got a good rotation of people, but everyone gets to a point where they're so drunk, they are just waffling, and that is almost the best part of being drunk, just waffling. But when that starts happening, that's when we'll leave, because then we'll have that nice little break, that nice little walk. And I would walk, I wouldn't taxi. I know this is dream night out, but I would walk it. Because
really?
that bit of fresh air and that nice walk down, and in Plymouth it's not too big, so you can get a nice little walk going. I would go to a pub like Scholar.
Well, like, but bit of a dive pub.
Yeah, just for
grunge.
Just for a quick one. And sort of ease ourselves into the mood a bit. I'm almost 23 years old, so I hate to say it, but I like going out and having a dance. And realistically, in Plymouth, the best place to do that is, and that is disgusting. Or no, I tell a lie. Indie Tuesdays at Depot.
Yeah, of course.
It would be. I'd go out on a Tuesday night, Indie Tuesday at Depot. But only half the amount of people come, so I have space to move. Yeah. And I'd half Depot's prices as well, because Jesus Christ.
Spenny.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not paying £6 for a can of hooch.
Yeah, or like £3 for like a Heineken in the club.
Yeah, grow up.
Yeah.
Who's paying that? But you can charge that because people will pay it. So, yeah, I think that would be my dream night out. And I think Luke could get behind the music. I think you could. My stepmom definitely could. Fucking weapon. Yeah, good music, good vibes. It's a good venue. I do like the venue. I like the smoking area. I like the upstairs aspect.
Oh, yeah, the smoking area, like, because it overlooks the other buildings.
It's top tier.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I think that would be my dream night out. And I don't think yours would be too different. Obviously, you probably wouldn't bring my stepmom.
Probably not. It depends.
She's a weapon.
Yeah.
Don't sleep with her, before. And I think we'll be all right.
I'll try not to.
Weapon.
Might be hard.
Yeah, if I had to pick yours, I think it would be, like, I know, like, your boys from home, and I think it would be an indie night as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't be far off, because obviously I wouldn't go near the P word. That's the swear word we can't say on this.
Oh, okay.
On this podcast, I can't stand.
Why?
I don't know. It just gets under my skin. Every time I walk in, I'm done. Like,
do you remember when we used to love it though?
Yeah, I used to be there like 2-3 times a week. Like,
that was disgusting times, man.
Oh, yeah.
I did a week where I went every time they were open.
Oh,
I
really?
did Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and
Christ.
I lost a lot of self-respect that week.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, it was alright, but I don't know, maybe I've just outgrown it, or...
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think we go to a lot of pubs and have a sit-down pint, and we're capable of just having the one. And...
At times.
At times. If, like, we got things on, like, if we have work later,
Yeah, true,
or, you know, we can just sit and have one and have a chat, and I think we've just started to appreciate that so much more. So, yeah, like, I haven't been to Prism in, like, 3 months, which doesn't sound that long, but when you're a uni student in Plymouth, not going to Prism for that long, I've still had nights out. I think Revs is massively underrated.
Yeah, I've only been once.
You've only been to Revs?
Yeah.
I really, really like it. I always say hot girls go to Revs, and there's a reason. It's got sexy cocktails, sexy music, sexy people.
What's a sexy cocktail, out of interest?
They have a cocktail called Free the Nipple. I don't know what's in it, but it's a sexy name.
True. I think a night that we should do more often is JSVs.
Ooh.
On a Thursday. Like,
yeah, do you want to explain JSVs? Because
that's
difficult to explain in my head.
Yeah, for those who don't know, JSV is a pub in Plymouth. On Thursday nights, they do a double for £2.50.
Quiz night as well, isn't
very
it?
cheap.
Is that quiz night?
I don't think that's Thursday. I think that might be a different night.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a really good way to get hammered, and it's always busy in there. Like, it's rammed.
Well, it's on Plym Uni campus.
Yeah.
So a lot of people obviously nip round the corner. But yeah, £2.50 for a double.
Steal. And they've got a pool table in there, jukebox. I'm really selling it. I feel like you should get a little deal.
Well, you did have a trial shift in there, I remember.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So didn't get the job there, did you?
I might just cut this bit out because they rejected me, so I'll just reject them.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Yeah. No, JSV is a really nice pub, actually. And yeah, we don't go there nearly enough.
No, I mean, it is...
They're open till 2 a.m. as well.
Yeah.
So they're open for a good amount of time. But my issue with that is, if you're in there drinking till 2 a.m., 2 a.m. is just early enough where you're going to want to continue, but you don't have the time to walk to anywhere to sort of do that. So it's kind of just, if you want to continue drinking, you have to go to someone's house to do it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Or switch.
Yeah. Oof. That's my swear word. Switch is my swear word.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Switch is a club in Plymouth.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's kind of a club.
Technically.
I mean...
I hate it.
They play music. But yeah, it's open till 6, and it's full of interesting people, to say the least.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, most places, like, we close at 3 to 4 at the latest. Prism's the same, 3 to 4. Walkabout closes about 2, 3. Fever, 3, 4. And then, you know, if you want to keep going, which I appreciate, I think we've all been in situations where we're like, I'm not done drinking, because, you know, you're having a great night. The only place you can go is Switch. And they know that.
Yeah. So everyone funnels to that one club, and it's the worst of the worst. Because it's the people who, like you said, want to carry on drinking, haven't had enough yet. And yeah, you get a weird mixture in there. Yeah,
definitely. It's I think the first time anyone goes in there, it's so eye-opening. Now I walk in there, I know exactly what to expect. A bunch of weird people. I'm heading straight for the smoking area. I'm having a cig, then I'm getting a drink, and then I'm almost like prepared for it. But I think the first time anyone goes there, they're like, "This is strange."
Yeah, definitely.
And I think because you get people like Potwell's clientele versus Prism's clientele are very different, but they're all going to the same place. And that mix of people is where it gets a bit weird, and you get creepy old men and creepy old women too.
Yeah.
And then you get like just normal students just trying to have a good time and be students, and there's so much going on in such a small venue.
Oh yeah, it is a very small venue considering kind of how much they get. Well, they used to get quite a bit, but every time I've walked past there, like after work or whatever, just dead.
Yeah, it looks
maybe
tough,
like a group of 5 in there.
And they're open like pretty much every day of the week as well, which is interesting. I think they have to be to try and make any sort of money. But
it's like they've started. I don't know if they were during like my first year and second year, but I've noticed recently they've started charging like, on the door. Like you're looking at £5 entry or something like that.
They every now and then. The last couple of years, I've been I think I've been there less than 10 times in the last sort of like 2 years. But yeah, sometimes they'll charge, sometimes they won't. And it just depends on how busy they think they'll be. If they think they'll be busy, they'll charge on the door. But if they think it'll be quiet, they just want people in the door to make money off the drinks. So, but I think they've got now like an indie rock night type thing. So they'll probably charge on door for that because it's some sort of event type deal. But yeah, it's a tough venue and it gets a bad rap the same way that Potwell does, which is why I feel like we're able to talk about it. Potwell gets a really bad rap and we'll sit here and say it's not that bad, it's actually quite lovely. All the staff are lovely, the people are generally quite nice. And I'm sure Switch would say somewhat similar.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard comparison to make between Potworld and Switch.
Yeah, they are very different venues.
Yeah, different clientele, like you said, different venues, different music. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, because once a place gets a bad reputation, it's there for
it sticks
forever. Yeah, it sticks.
Potworld are doing a Taylor Swift night, and it was reported on by Plymouth Live, which fantastic place to get your news.
Yeah.
And I was just reading the comments of the Facebook post, and some of it was like, "Oh, cool, Taylor Swift night! Like that's right up our alley. We'll go out specifically for that night." And working there, we've had one before. And you can tell there's a lot of people that go that don't usually go out, and they've gone out because it's this themed Taylor Swift night, which is really nice, and it gives these people an excuse to go out and it not be... or especially, I found that there was a lot of girls that I was serving that you could kind of tell this was their first night out of the year, and it was in December. And that was kind of nice that it's brought them out, you know. But we're doing it again, and it was reported on, and the comments were, "Oh, might get stabbed, but worth it for Taylor Swift night." Like, well, I've worked there for 5 months, which isn't that long, but it's long enough to know that no one gets stabbed.
Yeah, of course.
Or that obviously throughout the nation there's a massive spiking issue, and that was brought up, and they don't care about this, and as someone that just works a bartending job at minimum wage, I was genuinely really upset with how we were perceived, because it reflects badly on us. Like, they're going to look at the staff behind the bar and be like, "Oh, they don't care, blah, blah, blah." When actually we are all trained for that, and we do look after our customers. You know, you think us cutting you off is a bad thing, of course, but actually we are looking after our customers as well, and we do want the best. We don't want anyone to get spiked or get too smashed or get into fights. We don't want that. We just want everyone to have a good time. But Potworld over the years has got this bad reputation through other staff members, possibly other managements that haven't cared as much. And now, unfortunately, it's just stuck. And that was really tough to see, because we both know our staff, and we're just not that bad. We're not bad people.
Not at all.
We've just got a part-time job, just trying to exist. So yeah, it was sad. And I think Depot's building a similar reputation.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard some stuff.
I mean, you hear stuff about everywhere.
Yeah,
of course.
it's true, yeah.
So you got to take everything with a pinch of salt. But I think if you hear enough of the same thing, there's probably some truth to it.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say.
I'm going to get that tattooed on my chest.
Yeah, I don't doubt you will. If you're talking about a chest piece, to be fair.
I've mentioned a chest piece a couple times. I could never.
No,
I got a little thing on my chest, and that's good enough.
Oh.
My boobs. That's the issue. It's not chest, it's boobs.
It's your boobs. So, on to music. Can you just go through what you're listening to at the minute?
I think through and through, I'm a 2000s punk pop, Kerrang channel, if you ever heard of that.
Kerrang, I have.
Obviously, sometimes Kerrang will play very heavy metal stuff, but a lot of the time I find it's 2000s punk pop, Weezer, Sum 41, Good Charlotte. And I sort of grew up on that with my mum. She would do cleaning to Kerrang channel. And then as I grew up, I would hear these songs, and I'm like, "Oh, I know this one." I'm like, "How do I know that?" And it's just as a kid listening to it. And then, unfortunately, Youngblood and Machine Gun Kelly and Avril Lavigne came out out of nowhere as well. And they sort of, you've got Neck Deep as well. There's some really good sort of punk poppy type stuff that had come out in the last couple of years, and I had an identity crisis, and boom, here I am. So, yeah, like my till name at work is MGK, and so that's the sort of music I listen to generally. I've gotten to the 1975 quite a lot recently. They recently did a gig in Exeter, and seeing like TikToks and that, and Matty Healy is such an interesting character, very controversial, of course. But I love that. I love that side of just, yeah, it's a bit on the edge, but I like to think his intentions are very pure. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to push buttons because I know that it's a joke. And I feel like I'm very similar. And that I might say some things that are very much close to the line, sometimes on the line. But I know it's a joke, and I'm saying it to people that are aware that it's a joke.
Yeah, of course.
He's doing it on a stage to thousands of people and going, maybe I'll get away with this.
Yeah,
and he does, because he's an attractive frontman for a very popular band.
Of course.
So a lot of the time he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of 1975 and that sort of music, but I will always come back to MGK's two pop punk albums, and I will resent Youngblood for the rest of my life because I've been called Youngblood one too many times.
That is true. For those who can't see us, Liam, how would you describe your look?
Edgy as fuck. No, I don't think it's that edgy. It's obviously different from most people. Like, I have pink hair, and if it's naturally, I'm very dark brown, almost a black. So if it's not pink, it's bleached, and if it's got red in it, and I've had blue, I've done all different colors, but I usually do pink or just blonde. I paint my nails, and I'll wear eyeliner and stuff, and I never really got into like the whole leather jacket sort of thing and like the biker jacket type deal, but yeah, I think I dress just like a bit alternative. Like, you never catch me in like a gilet or anything. Like,
of course,
it's always like skinny jeans, Vans, like a flannel type top, and then a white top, which isn't that alternative really. But with the rest of my look going on, it comes across very pop punky. Yeah, which is cool. I get a lot of gay shouts, which is funny.
Yeah,
like I did at work last night.
Yeah, I've been out with you when people have said,
yeah, and like I get it.
Yeah.
I never go, oh, what the fuck? Like, I'm not gay, because I get it. You know, I don't have to be. I know that if I turn around, like, oh, actually, I'm not gay, not even like bi, which surprises me as well. Sometimes I'm like, surely I've got to like dick a little bit. No, not even a little bit. I like mine, but that's about it. And yeah, so I'll just be like, hey man, I'm not gay. I have a girlfriend. I'm sorry. Like, but a lot of like masculine men will be like, oh, what the fuck? I'm not gay. Like, I don't think there's any need for that. And that's just being secure in my own sexuality, I think.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I know I'm straight. This guy fucks. I get women. So,
Just the one.
Just the one,
Just
of course.
the one.
Just my girlfriend. She's great. But yeah, I got it last night actually. I was serving this guy and he kept like ordering from me, and it was dead, so it was basically just him, and I couldn't not serve him. And he just kept whispering like, "You're so fucking cute." Like, ooh, can I get your number? And I was just ignoring him because I was serving drinks, so I could get away with it. There's loud music. But he caught me out, and I thought he was trying to order another drink. So I said, "Oh, sorry." And he went, and that's when he got me. I had to listen then. And he was like, "How much do I have to spend to get your number?" And I was like, another $1,000, and asked my girlfriend. And yeah, fine, I'll give you my number. But yeah, I'm in that sort of weird middle ground where I fit a certain girl's niche, where anyone that's ever listened to a Youngblood song or an MGK song is like, wow, like, cool, he's edgy and whatever. I didn't think so, but I'm just being a little bit different gains that sort of attention. But it's alternative enough for gay guys to think maybe I am. So it's great for tips at work.
Oh, I bet it works wonders.
Oh yeah, I'll rizz up anyone. I don't mind. Just buy me a drink for the end of the night. It's great.
Do you ever have regrets or like any sort of like apprehension to looking how you do, or maybe acting how you do?
Oh, good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do all the time. So I credit the way I look to my ex-girlfriend that I was with for 3.5 years. She was a hairdresser, and that's how we met. Is I bleached my hair in the first year of uni, as you do, and it fucked up. And she's a hairdresser, so my friend called her down, and that's how we met. And from there, she was like, "Oh, we should dye your hair this color," and she sort of gave me this alternative look. But actually, she just gave me the confidence to want to do those things. But yeah, I remember Liam with normal hair and not like long hair that would go into curtains, and it's just a very standard haircut. And I remember the way that he was, and I miss that. I feel like with the way I look, sometimes I try and play this character of I need to be big and bold because I look big and bold. I have bright pink candy floss hair. If I was quiet and boring, that would suck. And I like being loud, and I like being funny, and I like gaining attention. I'm such an attention whore.
I know.
But, there are times where I wish I could just blend into a crowd. And, sometimes I do walk through town and get people just looking at me. And I can't help but think, like, I'll look at people walking through town that look very generic. But it's always in the back of my mind of, oh, well, my piercings and my hair colour, and I've painted my nails. And at work all the time, I get people pointing out that, like, it's always nice, like, oh, I love your nails. But it's got to a point where I wish it wasn't pointed out.
Yeah,
I wish I could just do it, and it is accepted, and that's what they're saying. They're saying, like, I love that you do this. But I wish that we were at a point in society where it would just be so normalised that you wouldn't feel the need to. Because my nails don't look nice. They look like they've been painted by a 5-year-old, but it's the fact that they're painted.
Of course.
And like, for New Year's, it was like a neon night, so I did a bit of nail art, and they were neon, it was cool. And I do it for me, not for other people. And it's annoying at this stage where I've heard it so much that I know they're being supportive, and I know it comes from a nice place, but I'd rather it not be pointed out at all. I'm just trying to exist, and I'm doing it for me so that I feel confident. And sometimes it makes me confident, and at other times it really brings me down. And that's when I'll take it from being pink and I'll put it back to blonde, because blonde is a very neutral colour. But I haven't been my natural hair colour in about 4 years, and I miss it. And sometimes I'll chip off my nail polish, and I'll just try not to have any for a couple of days. But I've done that before, and you've pointed it out, and other people, and they're like, hey man, like, that's you. You're the guy that wears nail polish. Why aren't you doing that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's nice. Like, it swings and roundabouts.
Would you say there's a lot of pressure to, well, like you said, maintain that character? Well, not character, but maintain that look, because, like you said, people point it out, and you are that guy.
Yeah.
You're the alternative guy.
Yeah, definitely.
And is it worth it? Because I assume that you would gain some sort of confidence from being the person that you want to be by looking how you look. So is the confidence worth the pressure?
Oh, sometimes it's very hit and miss, and that's also just down to me. I'm very hit and miss as a person. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure. Sometimes it's really nice. Like, I remember when I first started doing it, it's very egotistical. I think I'm a pretty boy, and I get that a lot, especially working at Pop World. All like the 30-year-old mum's like, "You're such a pretty boy." yeah. Cheers, mum, weirdo. And I often think, like, would I still be regarded the same if I didn't look, the way I do, or am I being sort of put up on some sort of given this ego boost of being, oh, you're a pretty boy because I've done unconventional things. And yeah, there's a lot of pressure to play a certain character, but I would do that anyway. It's quite an autistic trait. I don't think I am autistic for reference, but like masking. So when we hang out, I'm very different to, well, obviously, but I'm very different to when I hang out with my girlfriend. But even in public settings, sort of like just sitting at the pub, very different. And I think a lot of people can relate to that of, yeah, you're sort of different people with different people, but to me it can be very extreme, and I can almost have completely different views on life depending on the people I'm with. Because that's how I would be a certain me around you, because that's how you know me to be. So you would know me to not be like center of attention, but my voice would be heard in a group of people, and I'm going to try and be witty and crack jokes and almost try and piss people off a little bit just to get a rise and sort of nibbly. And but then if I went out with the same group of people but one of them were different, it would be, it's almost like levels. I would try and tone down wittiness and be more empathetic, and just little things that I'm constantly thinking about, and that all comes with, I'm different when I look different as well. Like if I dress all in black with a black denim jacket and I've blacked out my eyes, it's very much to represent my mood. Or if I'm feeling very colourful, chances are I want a beer and a dance. Like, so yeah, there's a lot of pressure to be. Damn, it's so tough being me. Oh, but yeah, no, I kind of get what you're saying. But yeah, I think everyone has that pressure though. But I think mine's slightly different just because of who I surround myself with, and there is no one in our friendship group that is like me.
Yeah, I think that's what I was getting at. Like, it's more of a abstract look when you compare people of our age. Like, if you lined up a group of lads, you wouldn't get many that would look how you do.
Yeah, and I study sports science. So when I go to uni, imagine how that looks. Yeah. So weirdly, don't have any friends on my course.
Bit weird.
Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult walking into class and having dangly earrings and pink hair, and everyone's there in like sport clothes, chatting about like, I am into sport. That's why I do a degree in it. Like, I'm into football. I can be laddie. Like, I have that dog in me, but it's just I've just this is my way of being creative. Everyone has their different ways of being creative. I'm not that good at drawing or anything like that. So my way of being creative is how I look and dress, and I like doing podcasts and things like that. So yeah, it's more of an outlet than anything.
We had a brief intervention there because Liam has asked to do another shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's feeling a bit nervous or a bit giddy.
Or I just like drinking.
Or he's just resorted to alcohol.
Yeah. Well, you're asking some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I mean, we'll try and lighten it up a little bit after you sink your shot.
Keep it light. I'm going to be steaming.
Yeah.
To episode 1. Woo.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's tough.
You were the one that wanted it.
I know, man. It is.
Usually on Thirsty Thursdays, we just do one shot an episode, but we're starting off strong, apparently.
Yeah. It's the Raspberry Crush, so
yeah,
it tries to trick you into thinking it tastes nice. It doesn't.
I mean, we're not sponsored. There's no product placement here.
Hey, I didn't say what brand it was. It's just raspberry-flavoured vodka.
I'll cover that. So it's just Raspberry Crush vodka.
But if you do want to sponsor Thirsty Thursdays, get in touch.
Please get in touch. We will drink anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be alcoholic if you just want to send me a drink.
Just like Oasis.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh,
Not sponsored.
Ribena would be the perfect one. Oh, yesterday I had the passion fruit and there's something else, but beautiful stuff. Oof.
I've just been a massive slut for orange juice recently.
Yeah,
I've been drinking an ungodly amount of just orange juice.
It's good for you. I mean, can't
That's
go
what
wrong.
I was thinking. I also think I'm just lacking major vitamins in my diet.
That could
my
be
body's
it, yeah.
like, please, man.
Earlier you mentioned a bit of hockey, and
Did I?
I think so. Let's just pretend you did,
Okay.
so I can segue into
Oh,
it.
ready?
Yeah,
So I play hockey as well. Go.
Oh, cool. You play hockey? That's
Yeah.
awesome. So I just want to know how you got into the sport and how you feel about it now.
So I started playing hockey in year 10 because I went to, it wasn't a private school, but it is regarded as one of the best public schools in the UK. And I went there because I lived there. Like, it was just luck of the draw, you know. It's a very, very good school, Thomas Hardy School, and I believe it is still regarded as one of the better schools in the UK. And someone in my tutor played hockey, like played at a club level and things like that, and they'd set up a game against... We were surrounded by private schools. It was us and then private schools, and they were all sort of a bit far out because we were the main school for the area. Dorset's a very small place. So he was going around trying to recruit people to play hockey, and I was like, cool, when is it? And it was an afternoon where I had like French and English. So I was like, yeah, I play hockey. I love hockey. I play hockey all the time. Like, when is it? That afternoon off? Abso-fucking-lutely. So I went. Obviously, I never played hockey before. And so, yeah, it wasn't great. But I just really enjoyed it. The times where I would be able to, like, get the ball and do, like, an okay pass was so rewarding. I was like, oh, because I always played football, as every little boy does, generally. And I played football to a good level. I was part of Tottenham's academy at one point when I was, like, 7, so it doesn't really count, but it's a bit of a flex. Yeah, I know Hurricane. So, yeah, I played football at an okay level for a while, and then I sort of got to high school and I wasn't very good at all. So it was nice to pick up a sport and be excited about it again. So I started going to hockey training and I got pretty okay. Like, I wasn't good, but I was better than anyone else that had any sort of hockey. So when we did hockey and sort of PE lessons, I'd run rings around them. And I was like, oh, this is great because I'm not even that good. And then I came to uni and I played in my first year for a little bit, but the level was unbelievable. And looking at it now, it's not even that good. But in comparison to what I'd been playing, we were playing private schools and we were battering them. So I'd got the illusion that I was pretty good, the people around me are pretty good, and I'm in this team. So I must be pretty okay at this.
Yeah, of course.
And then I came to uni and I'd played a bit of club hockey, and I was playing with like 30-year-old men at 16 and getting absolutely battered. And like little things in school, like I played for the sixth form team in year 10. Like I moved up quite quickly and I picked up the sport quite well. And coming to uni and seeing the players around me and the way they were moving the ball and how quick they were and how sharp they were, I was like, this is daunting. And even little things, when they're like, oh, what position do you play? I don't know. Like, I played centre-back for school. And I got one own goal during school.
Ooh.
Like, that's not good.
No,
Like,
not really.
I did score a goal, though, and, oh, what a time. What a time to be alive. It's a highlight of my life. But, yeah, like, I'd scored an own goal, and I was like, centre-back isn't really for me. And if anyone did GCSE PE, you'll know that like you have to like pick 3 sports, and then you get graded on those sports. And one of them was hockey, and I got a 9 out of 10, which I was gutted about because I was like, how am I supposed to get a 10? No one else here is good. Like, and that was at centre back, but I bottled it and went striker. I'm a striker.
Ooh.
I'm a number 9.
One end to the other.
Yeah. I thought, you know what, fuck it, they don't know me. I was like, I'm at uni. I could be whoever I want to be. I'm a striker. And they went,
Ooh.
all right, how do you feel about wing? I'm like, yeah, I'm well quick. I'm not slow, but I'm not quick. They're like, oh, okay, cool. So I went to my first uni game, and I got an assist on the wing. I was like, actually,
It's a good record.
maybe this is for me. 1 game, 1 assist. So I basically threw in the towel. I think I played 2 other games. I didn't do an away day. And I was like, yeah, a record of 3 games, 1 assist. That's not bad.
That'll do me.
That's not bad. I never turned up again.
Oh.
And I was getting phone calls and messages from the team being like, can you come and play? And I was so caught up in sort of uni life that I stopped playing until last summer. Because one of the hockey boys from first year noticed me on a night out. He was like, oh, you used to play hockey? And then we'd bump into each other all the time on nights out. And he was like, you need to come back to hockey. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll be there this Monday. You'll see me. And I'd obviously just never go. And then one time I did, and it was the start of Summer League, which is Sunday League for hockey. And it was brilliant. I just rocked up to our sub, got smashed, played hockey barely, and then got smashed afterwards and went out. I was like, this is what it's about. I can get behind this. And I met the captain, Ollie, who's now my best friend. Like, I knew him because he's dating my friend, and so I just got to know the team slowly but surely, and I was just that guy that rocked up hammered every week, and I still am. Like, we didn't have a team this year, so I'm going to see the girls' games, and I'm sort of talking to Ollie about the girls' hockey and things like that. And every time I'm just hammered. I barely know the rules. I think I know the rules now, but my approach to hockey is very much most men's approach to Sunday League, and that there's an element of competitiveness, but it's just a good time. And what I struggle with doing sports science is my hobby became my job, and I lost love for it so quick. So I'm going to dye my hair and be pretty and do fucking podcasts instead.
Yeah, of course.
So now I can just enjoy playing hockey and also not feel like it's an obligation. If I don't want to play during summer this year, I know that if I just rock up with a crate of beer, no one's going to mind. Because we're just there for a good time. And it's a lot of fun. I play against like 55-year-old women and also 12-year-old boys. It's weird.
It's a good mix.
It's so much fun though, because no one on our team cares, but most other teams care.
Yeah.
And we're smashed. So this year I'm going to like wear a tutu and shit and just try and get other teams to just nibble at me. I'm just going to be in their ear being little shit owls. Because I don't care. No one else on our team cares. We don't care if we win. Win, draw or lose, we're on the booze. So
yeah, it's the best way to enjoy a sport though, I think.
Yeah.
Because if you take yourself too seriously, are you going to have fun?
I think once you accept you're never going to go pro, like,
Yeah.
And I think there's still like 30-year-old men out there like, I can fucking do it. No, you can't. So just start enjoying it. I can appreciate wanting to be competitive.
Yeah, of course.
You know, everyone's got that competitive dog in them. So yeah, I can appreciate that, but just try and have a good time, at least. And the way I can do that is by getting hammered before the game, doing awful during the... Because I do awful during the game anyway, but at least I have the excuse of being hammered. So, yeah, just try and enjoy it. I know that you played football in your first year, didn't you, for the uni?
I did, yeah. That was a similar environment, I'd say. Like, we didn't take ourselves too seriously, because I was just like in the bottom tier team, just like Sunday League. But yeah, enjoyed it. It was good. Like, we didn't really get onto socials as much as I know you have.
Oh, do you want to get onto socials?
We could, yeah.
Because you've sort of been integrated into the hockey socials
Which has
me.
been nice.
Yeah.
I don't know a thing about hockey. I've never picked up one of your little sticks.
Mate, I haven't got... You should play a game of Summer League there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be keen. I'd have no idea what I'm doing, but...
I can get you down 1 week before, and I'll sort of like teach you like the bare minimum.
Nah, just drop me in.
Just throw you.
Yeah.
Sub me in, Gaffer. Yeah, you've been thrown into our socials.
Yeah, which has been nice. I've enjoyed that. It's been like a new little group to...
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is weird.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's been enjoyable, though. Obviously, it's people that I've never talked to before. And yeah, they all seem like a nice group of lads, which I feel like you do get that a lot in sports. Like, I feel like you get those lads and all that.
Yeah, and that's very much football's vibe.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, once you join a team or just get friendly with a team like me, I feel like people do just like take to you and just like accept you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. It's like a nice like camaraderie, if you will.
Well, yeah, we just want to have a good time and drink. The more people, the merrier. Hey, who are you? Great. Just don't be a dick and have a good time. We're going to get along. Like,
yeah, that's all you need to be, really. Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, which seems easy, but I struggle. We don't have... The men's hockey don't have a team this year, but we have 6 or 7 players, or what would have been players. So it's enough to make a social. And Ollie, as I mentioned earlier, has graduated. He's the coach of the girls' team. He's still keen for socials and trying to stay in his uni years.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, we've done things like pub golf recently that battered me.
Yeah,
I was
good night.
smashed, hungover, and over my hangover by 3 a.m. I think I got home at 9:30, had a hangover, threw it all up, and then by 3 a.m. I woke up, was wide awake, and was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Cool.
I remember the disappointment that just like came over me as he said, "Oh, I'm gonna go."
Yeah,
I've had
well,
enough.
Ollie was my teammate, and he was screaming in my ear. He was like, you can't let us lose. What are you doing? Do you need money for a taxi? Fuck you. Like, yeah, so we've just been doing socials. We've done a circle, pub golf. We're going to do Jimmy Jags.
Oh yeah, yeah. You've told me about that before.
I think
Yeah.
in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's the Jimmy Jab games. And it's a very similar concept of you have like a list of tasks to do, and most of them like drinking based, like neck a pint in a tree, or neck a pint in an interesting way, or someone down an egg, or shower fully clothed. And that's a lot of fun. And we do that with the girls team as well. So everyone's involved. It's a lot of fun. And it's all us boys have left. So we're really trying hard to make it good. I think we'll be good for summer though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good concept by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But you just get hammered. And then everyone's like, let's go to and at that point I'm going to be like, I'm 23. Can I go to
I'm
bed?
going to bed, yeah.
I think for people listening, they'll be like, 23 is so young. And it is.
Yeah.
But also, I'm so over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the same level as you. 2 years younger.
You're 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
Are you 21 now?
Yeah, you were literally there
Oh,
for my
yeah, I
21st.
was.
Yep.
I was. Yeah. See,
Cracking memory.
I've done too much. That's when you know you need to stop.
So, going on from uni, obviously we're both uni students, have you got any advice for people that are thinking about uni?
Yeah, do it. Even if you do it for a year. For me, I went to uni to postpone adulthood. Adulthood is fucking hard. You got bills to pay, you got to make a living, then you got to work out how to move out from your mum's house, how to pay your council tax, how to pay your bills. That's hard work, and that's something that we're going to have to do next year.
Yeah,
And that's
it kind
daunting.
of overwhelming me.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really scary, right?
It is.
So just do it for a year. And there's a lot of people that do it for a year and they hate it and they leave, and that's fair enough. And there are some people that are just really ready to just start earning money, and you can do apprenticeships and scaffolding and like trades and whatever and make good money. And I appreciate that as well. I know that chances are I'm going to come out of uni, I'm not going to get a job in sports science because I fucking hate it. But my degree is going to have very little bearing on my life. But what I did do was postpone adulthood, had a really good time that I'm never going to get the chance to do again. Because by the time I retire, I think I'm going to retire in 2068 or something.
Ooh.
By the time
Quite far away.
Yeah, by the time that happens, I'm not really going to want to sesh, you know? And uni gives you the opportunity to learn how to be an adult without it being too harsh. You have to do your own shopping. You have to pay your rent. Yes, bills are included, but you're still paying for things on time. You're still managing your money. You still have to do your washing. Like, it teaches you life skills gradually. And by the time you get to third year, like me, you want your room to be tidy. You know, all the times your mum's like, tidy your room, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, shut up, idiot. Now I'm like, yeah, I want my room to be tidy and clean. I want my washing to be done. I want food in the cupboards. Like, and it's taken a long time to get there, but now I'm there. I feel a lot more prepared for adult life. So even if you do it for a year and just have a good time, yeah, do it. But most people would pick a degree on something they want a career in. I picked a degree in something I was good at because I knew I could probably stick out the longest. I could have done a degree in biology. I knew that was going to be really, really hard and not something I could sort of blow off every now and then.
Yeah, I couldn't do a biology degree. No chance.
Well, I looked at like neurobiology for a master's and stuff, and I was like, oh, I just don't care enough. But sports science, for me, like, I knew I was good at it and I could still focus and do it. But also, if I was struggling with my mental health or burnout or anything like that, if I needed a week off, I could probably get away with it. So it's not the best advice. Go to uni and just sack off all your classes and get drunk. But I think people will appreciate the idea of just, you can still it's like going to school, but your parents aren't there. You know, you can do a lot more. You can experience so much more. Uni is the best place to make mistakes because there are minimal repercussions, obviously depending on the mistakes you make. But, you know, you learn so much that, yes, I'm never going to use my degree, but there are going to be situations that come up in my life that uni taught me how to deal with just through living with a bunch of 18-year-olds and all the different shit that we've got up to.
Yeah. I think that was really well put. I like how you said that you don't have to commit fully to the 3 years, like you said. Just
No,
take a year,
of course not.
just see how you feel after the first year. That's a really good way of looking at it because me personally, I've never looked at it that way or like heard it put that way before. So obviously it's pushed on you like you're going to do these 3 years, you're going to do maybe another year after that.
If you want to drop out, just drop out.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
All our friends have. There was like,
true,
5, 6 of us? Now it's just me and you at uni.
Yeah, getting strong.
Yeah, so, yeah, just try. There's no obligation.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, obviously, if you come out with a degree, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have some letters after your name.
Slip of paper on that.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
you know, for me, I don't care about that. I just didn't want to be an adult yet. I wanted to have a good time. And it's not a bad thing having a degree. So, yeah, sure, why not? But if you're set on just going out and making money, do that. Because at uni, if you're just going to sit there thinking, I'm broke all the time, I can't handle it, you're not going to enjoy it. Being broke is kind of part of the fun. Where you're like, I need to try and survive this week. How am I going to do it? I'm going to go to Tesco's and go to the reduced section and buy as much shit as I can. And I'm going to eat pasta for 3 weeks. And I'm going to call my mum for a tenner every week. Like, it's just part of the fun. But you do that enough to the point where you learn, I don't want to do that anymore. So you manage your money better.
Yeah, of course.
There's just so many opportunities. And uni isn't for everyone. It's not. It's not really for me. I've just kept pushing. And I'm like, we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So to finish off... Oh, unless you had...
No.
No. To finish off, I'm going to give you some questions. So to top of the list, best way to consume a beer?
On a tampon and like in your arsehole. I heard that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking more like a shower beer, a plain beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Upside down?
Yeah, do a handstand.
An upside down beer?
Yeah, do a flip.
How often do you do those?
I did it one time, it was great.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, a hot take that you have?
I got lots of hot takes.
Any one of them?
Hot take, hot girls don't go clubbing. Yeah, leave that right.
Nice. Your favourite farm animal?
Pig. They get a bad rap, but I'm a vegetarian. But they taste good, from what I remember.
Yeah.
I miss them. I miss you, pigs. And they're just fat, and they look cool. They're pink. It's a pink animal.
And finally, who would you like to see next?
On your podcast?
Yep.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. That might be a bit difficult.
Rob. I would like to see Rob on the podcast.
Rob
the workshop technician.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Might have to consider that.
I've done an interview with him before on the radio, and it's really interesting stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's I know he's like part of a band. I know he's played Glastonbury. Like, obviously not a massive stage, but he's played it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, really interesting bloke. I'd like to see him on. I'd love to listen to that.
Lovely. Well, thank you for your time, Liam.
You're very welcome.
It's been very nice to kick off, hopefully, a series. Gin.
Rank. Thank you for Thirsty Thursdays.
Thank you. See you next week.
Okay, you're a good interviewer.